Hi, my name is Clayton Richards. I am completing my Module 7 Screencast for Learning Through Interactive Technologies. I am going to be doing a screencast on using Duolingo and specifically Duolingo Classrooms and Duolingo for Schools. I am currently a K through 6 ESL teacher. I use Duolingo as kind of a supplementary tool for my older students, my fourth, fifth, and sixth grade students. Prior to becoming an ESL teacher, I was an eighth and ninth grade Spanish teacher, and I also use Duolingo as a supplementary tool inside of my Spanish classroom. It was a really great tool that I could use on the iPads when the students finished up with a lesson early or finished up with an activity early. We still had 10 or so minutes of class time left. I could tell them to get out the iPads and work on Duolingo until the bell rang. And sometimes we would even use that for things like bonus points or bonus points on their tests, depending on how much Duolingo time they had completed during the chapter or unit. Um, we are now going to go to Duolingo. So when you log into Duolingo, this is the first screen you're going to see. This is a school account that I'm logged on to here. I've only got a couple of languages here. You'll see English and Spanish. The languages are represented by the flag of their country of origin or the country where the language is most predominantly spoken. So, for example, English is represented by the American flag here, but you'll also see Spanish is represented by the Spain flag. So, we've got English, where we have the most native English speakers represented by the American flag, and you've got Spanish being represented by their country of origin, the Spain flag. I also have a personal Duolingo on my phone where I have other languages. This summer I've been using it for French. Now, if you'll go to the More tab on the side of your Duolingo homepage, you can see a tab that says Schools. If you click on Schools, it's going to give you the option to create a classroom. And so this is what you might do if you were a world language teacher or an ESL teacher. You could create a new classroom, and I'm going to do that here. We're just going to call it example ESL classroom or example world language classroom, because it might be French or Spanish or German, whatever you're teaching. So an example ESL or world language classroom, and then we're going to say EIM 504. All right, so that's going to be the name of our new classroom. Then we've got to give an example of languages that we're going to be learning inside of this classroom. So we're going to put multiple languages here so that our students can practice multiple languages inside of this Duolingo school classroom. Then it's going to ask you, what language should we use for Duolingo instructions and notifications? So we're going to keep that in English. However, were you to go up here and choose English as your only language you were using for classroom learning, you would have the option to go down here and put it in. For example, if Spanish was the primary native language of the students in your classroom, learning English, you could put instructions and notifications in Spanish. Or, for example, if you taught in a predominantly Korean or Japanese community, you could put your language of instruction in Korean or Japanese, whatever the dominant native language in your classroom is. So for right now, though, we're just going to put multiple languages in English. All right. So I've created that example classroom. Next, I would need to add my students. All right. So I'm going to, um, I have the option to copy a link and push that link out to my students, or I can add my students directly. Finally, I can create an assignment that I can push out to my students. All right, so if I wanted to say that if they did 30 minutes of work this week, they would get 75 points for 30 minutes of work completed inside of my Duolingo classroom. Then I'm going to push it out to my example ESL and World Language Classroom for EIM 504. All right, then I'm going to select dates for this assignment. So they can start it today as soon as I assign it. And then we'll say that the due date, we'll make that the 26th for when this screencast assignment is due. We'll say that their due time will be 11:59 p.m. or the end of the day. And I have just assigned that assignment to this classroom that is worth 75 points. All right. Now, there's also settings in here if you wanted to go to teacher training and professional development. You can click on the tab inside of your Duolingo classroom or Duolingo for Schools that says teacher training, and that's going to take you to their professional development page. Here they've got lots of YouTube videos for how to use Duolingo inside of a classroom, setting up your account, adding students to your classroom, creating and managing assignments. There's lots of different PDs. And they've also got kits that you can download if you are interested in building and conducting your own professional development inside of Duolingo for how you might be using it inside of your own ESL or World Language Classroom. So this is Duolingo for schools. It's great for world language classrooms. It's great for ESL classrooms, and it's a really great supplementary tool to support your own curriculum or just to finish out the period strong. If you finish your lesson early or your students finish an activity or project early, you've still got a few minutes of class time before the end of the period. It's really great for that as well. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. This has been my presentation for Module 7 Screencast, and I've done a screencast of Duolingo for schools. Thank you.